Ladies and gentlemen, the press conference is about to begin with, in the back row, our right to left, Romain Grosjean, Pastor Maldonado in the middle, and I guess Charles Pic will be on the left. And on the front row, our right to left, Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, and Mark Webber. So, gentlemen, I think just about all of you have won here in something or other. Not necessarily in Formula One, obviously, for Romain and Charles, but they've won in GP2 and World Series, I think, and also Pastor as well. So, interesting lineup we have. Romain, first of all, tell us about your experience of Monaco circuit.
Well, different feelings in Monaco. Special track, special Grand Prix. For sure, for us, is a little bit home, as we are close to France. So very happy to race in front of the fans. Hopefully, a lot of blue, white, and red flag in the tribune. But Monaco is a special track. Good experience, as I won here in GP2 2009. Last year, I did a really good race, starting 26th and finished P4. But then I had some crashes as well. So. Let's see what it gives into a Formula One car. I'm sure it's even better, and we're really looking forward to drive here.
There have been some circuits where perhaps you have performed better than others. Is this one where you feel it's going to be good for you?
Well, I like the track. Let's see what we can achieve. But even sometimes Monaco is a little bit different than the other one. Normally, if you're good in the fast corner, you know that more or less every fast corner you're going to be good. But here it's bumpy, it's in the street. Track is improving a lot during the weekend. There's a lot to learn. It goes really quick in between the rails, so it would be interesting to see how it goes. But we are trying to set up the car as good as we can, achieve another strong result for the team, for myself as well, and score some good points and why not more.
And is the big support, I'm sure there's huge support for you in France, probably the best chance France has had of winning this race for many years.
Well, last French winner was here in '96, Olivier Panis. So it would be nice to have a Marseillaise on Sunday. But let's work before that, see what we can achieve. But for sure, having a lot of fans is always a good support and something quite special when you go around the track and you do the driver's parade.
Look forward to seeing how it all goes. Thank you very much. Pastor, first of all, after Barcelona, what have you been doing? What's happened? The reaction in Venezuela? Have you been back to Venezuela? Have you been to Williams? Tell us.
Yeah, I was in the factory of Williams, just working a little bit with the engineer, with the team, and I passed really good days with them in the factory. It was a special one. Because after 8 years without winning any race, so you can imagine how they take this victory. And for sure, it's a great feeling to start to win some races. The team is pushing so hard, me too. We have a very good feeling and looking forward for the next races.
Now, this circuit, again, has been a good one for you, I think. Do you feel you're a bit of a Monegasque specialist?
I've been always so quick here, especially in GP2 and World Series as well. Last year, I was doing a good job. I was P6, but it's always difficult. It's always difficult. This kind of track is, you never know, for the traffic, for everything. The track is going to change a lot during the weekend. We need to follow the track. And we need a very good balance in the car as well, and be ready in the right time in the track. So we'll see. I will do my best again one more time, and we'll see. I think it's still possible to be competitive here. Then we'll see.
And do you feel there's a certain relief now, having won that first Grand Prix?
It's really special, to win, especially the first one. But for sure it's going to be difficult now. The gaps and the team level are so close. So everything can make the difference. We need to put everything together to make the step forward. And I need to say that the Williams is doing a very good job at the moment. All the people I feel all the people very motivated. They are pushing so hard, so me too. There is a very good feeling, an atmosphere in the team. And, still we need to improve our car. We are not at 100% at the moment. We are not the best team, but we are not that far. We are there, and we need to try to improve every time. That's it.
Okay, thank you very much. Charles, as I say, you've won in GP2 and in World Series here as well. Can you imagine what it's going to be like in a Formula One car? Is it going to be a big difference?
I think they will have some for sure, but the track stayed the same. So yeah, it will be my first experience here in F1. It's a very nice track. It's a little bit special because it's not allow any mistake from the driver. So I think it can be a very interesting weekend, especially for us. It's interesting to see our pace in a type of circuit like that, which is quite different than other circuits. So yeah, we will have to see.
You had a difficult start to the season, no pre-season testing, or virtually none. How do you think things have gone in the first quarter of the championship?
Good. I think our main target is trying to improve the car race by race, and it's what we made. We still have to continue, work very hard and push like that to try to make better. On my side, I had many things to learn. It was not easy for the first few races without any testing, but I made my best, and I feel better prepared race after race. So yeah, we have to continue like this.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Mark, your first podium here. You always remember your first podium, I'm sure. So is this a very special circuit for you?
Yeah, it has been. I think winning here in Formula 3000, a couple of podiums, obviously the nice victory in 2010. So it's an amazing venue, it's an amazing weekend. It's quite stressful for the mechanics, all the teams, obviously you guys, everybody getting around. It's amazing how we still manage to hold an event here in such tight confines of the Principality, but it's a great sporting event and one that's very popular for all of us. And yeah, I'm looking forward to driving the car. It's always great to drive here. So tomorrow we can get on with it.
This season is probably, well, almost certainly it's completely unknown. We've never known a season like this before, and I think it's the same for all three of you, that it just doesn't seem to be consistent. It's just up and down. Is that a good thing or a bad thing as far as you're concerned?
It depends who you are. I think for the purist, the people probably are taking a bit of time to get used to it. Obviously, there's no one's really got any momentum yet in terms of results and teams. But obviously, there's a few people that follow the sport that love it like this. So it depends who you ask. If you want, to have lots and lots of different teams, being competitive, and that's the way it is at the moment. Which is, I don't think it's too bad. But let's see. I think ultimately the main teams will still do well at the end of the season.
Okay, thanks very much. Michael, sadly, the penalty, 5 grid positions. But on the other hand, you've been back there before, even further back, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and you saw what Lewis could do from there last week, 2 weeks ago. What are your feelings about the race itself coming up?
Well, basically, I think we're going to be in a position to be competitive as a general track profile. I think it's going to suit ourselves. And indeed, I mean, I have been coming from the complete back and gone forward to 5th position, I think. And let's see from where I managed to finally qualify and start the race and what can be done. It is certainly not ideal, but it is what it is. And I look forward. I'm going to have some excitement, pretty certainly.
I mean, you've got a phenomenal record around this track, as you have around most current race circuits, and probably one more here than almost anyone else, certainly in living history. How do you get the ultimate performance around here?
Well, I mean, Monaco is certainly special, and it is something about you and the car that you just have to get every detail together, as you have in every tracks. But here, it just pays out more, because to have the rhythm, the flow, and the momentum here, if you got that, it just pays out much bigger lap time than other tracks, because everything is so critical and difficult over here.
I was going to ask, is it still the circuit where perhaps the driver makes more difference than any other circuit currently?
In the end of the day, yes. 1, 2, 3, yeah. In the end of the day, that's the case, absolutely.
Yeah, so you're looking forward to doing that on Sunday?
Yep.
Yeah. Lewis, certainly you had a tremendous drive 2 weeks ago. First of all, did you enjoy it? You said you were going to.
Well, firstly, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Very, very happy with the performance of the team, but also my performance in the last race was, always looking to improve, and I felt it was definitely an improvement from the previous week, the weekend before that.
And you've banked points at every single race, and you're just 8 points off the championship lead. If anyone is consistent, at least you're consistently in the points. But is it an inconsistent season, do you feel?
For us? Or just
drivers as a whole, yeah.
I don't know if it's an inconsistency. Potentially, yeah, a little bit because of the tyres. I think the tyres are sometimes you get them in the working range, and sometimes you don't. And I think a lot of the teams are struggling to understand why sometimes it works and why sometimes it doesn't. But that's the challenge we all are faced with. And but I think people are enjoying it. I noticed people are asking a lot of questions about how there's been 5 different winners, but I think the fans that I've met said it's a fantastic season regardless. So I hope that continues.
Is there a little bit of frustration that you've been on pole position or fastest so many times but haven't yet won?
I'm not frustrated, no. This is the way racing goes sometimes. And of course, looking at the qualifying results we've had for the 5 races, we would love to have finished further up, and we definitely need to improve to make sure that we stay where we are or we move forwards. And we've started high up and finished a little bit further behind from where we started. So we've gone backwards a little bit in most of the races, but we're working very hard to make sure that doesn't continue.
Okay, thanks very much. Some
question for Pastor. How difficult has it been to deal with the fire and prepare this Grand Prix for you and for the team?
After the fire, we've been working so hard to rebuild everything, and the guys did a pretty good job because we are ready to race with everything we need to get the maximum. And I need to say that the guys been working full days to trying to have everything ready for this race. So great job for them.
Question to all the drivers. Do you realistically think Sunday it will be really 6 different drivers? And to all except Pastor, do you think it will be you, the 6th?
Yeah, I think there can be 6 different winners, of course, why not? Of any venue, yeah. And be nice if it's me, yeah. I'm sure all of us are going to say that.
That was to all drivers. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I want everyone except Pastor to rate his personal chance to be this particular 6th driver out of 6, if it's realistic or not.
Every driver too.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that there is quite a few around us that probably would have the capacity to win this race that yet have not won a race. And naturally, I guess each of us that is here will be happy to be the one.
Yeah, I agree with Michael. I think working. Yeah, as he was saying, there's still some other drivers that have the potential to win races, but it's massively tight between quite a lot of teams. So I think it's wide open, and we'll see. Particularly this race, the driver can make more of a difference, and a car that doesn't work so well at places like Barcelona could work a little bit better here still.
Romain, how do you rate your own personal chances of becoming the 6th driver?
Well, difficult to say at the moment as we didn't drive on track, but I wish I can be the 6th one.
Charles, difficult for you?
Yeah. I think it's agreed. It's more tight this year, but I think we are not yet in a position to fight for this. For us now, we have to focus on improving step by step, and that's it for the moment.
Okay. Yes, Ian Parks back here.
Hello. Pastor, you mentioned that the team has been working flat out to compensate for the fire. Obviously, a lot of teams came to Williams' aid with regards to equipment, infrastructure, etc. But just how much of an impact will the fire have on the team this weekend, given the loss of all the equipment?
Yeah, for sure it was a frustrating moment for all of us because we were exactly in the garage at that moment, at that time. And we saw everything, and personally, I was so scared, especially because we were all together talking with Frank at that time. And then, yes, I need to thank all the teams who help us, especially to extinguish the fire. And for sure, as I mentioned before, the team has been working flat out to have everything ready for this race, and the time were not that big, only 1 week, one and a half week to have everything ready. It was quite short, and yes, I need to thank even all the team who help us, even to have the staff, extra staff for this race.
Pierre Van Vliet. Yep.
Lewis, I understand that you moved to Monaco recently. How different is it to have a race at home, really close to your home? Maybe Michael can answer this as well because he used to live here, and Pastor as well.
I love it here, and to be able to wake up in your own bed and drive just down the road and be at work, it's a fantastic feeling. Today's the first experience of that, but I'm sure it'll make quite a big difference. I loved where I lived before, but this is just a different place, and it's I seem to be enjoying it a little bit more.
Michael?
Yeah, well, I mean, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Basically, not only that you feel home and as Louis said, absolutely, but even seeing the build-up of the track, because when you live here, you go through the roads and you see it building up, so the whole story sort of builds up in your own, and when it finally comes to the excitement to run it, that's obviously even more special.
Pastor?
I agree with Michael and Lewis. For sure, it's really good to be here and to race at the same time. I can sleep a little bit more as well, so good.
Some more questions.
Michael, in a German newspaper today, Ross Brown said that the team, Mercedes, is guilty to have put you in trouble. So I don't know if I translate right from German into English, but I think the meaning is that maybe they did not help you too much with the car to give you a sufficient good car. You agree with him? You regret something or not?
No, I don't agree in maybe your translation of it because I think we have quite a good car, quite honestly. Because if you think where we're coming from last year, we have made a huge step forward. I mean, we have proven that we are able to win races. Yes, indeed, I've been a bit on the unlucky side, but you see, we're a team, we're one big family, and we win and we lose together. It's part of it, and it's probably that what he wants to talk about. But no, I don't feel at all disappointed. If the other way, motivated, because on how much progress we have made, and I can see the future progress that we can make, and that's what is much more in my focus.
Thank you. Yes, guys.
Question for Michael. First of all, I've seen you have been in Le Mans last week for the MotoGP race.
Can you raise your voice?
Yeah. You have been in Le Mans for the MotoGP race, and we have witnessed there that Casey Stoner announced that he was retiring from the sport, stating that he is not content with the rules in the MotoGP, in the motorcycling world, how the sport has developed. Can you tell me your feeling about that move and draw a parallel line with your feelings about how the Formula One is evolving in the situation you are not liking it too much?
I mean, the first part I can certainly answer. I mean, what is my feeling? And my feeling is, as most of who is in or who has a little bit of involvement, we all were surprised. So was I. But then you have to respect that, and I don't know his reasons, all his detailed reason, but he's young enough to have a sabbatical rather than a total stop, and we'll see. Definitely there's no parallel to me. It's just each one, I think, is very individual, why and for what reason he decides his retirement. Mine at the time, nothing to do with any other reason that I wanted it to do, because I felt like I was tired 3 years ago. And yeah, that's it.
Question for Lewis and Mark, because Michael already expressed himself about it. Mark, you said the public did enjoy the first 5 races. Lewis, you said regarding the rules and the tire situation, we are facing the same challenge. But apart from that, do you enjoy driving within those rules? Can you extract 100% of the car, and can you express yourself 100% of your talent?
Who was that for? Michael.
The way the races have run in the last few years is different to previous years. We had, in the era where we had pit stops with fuel, the races were extremely aggressive, obviously qualifying for the whole race, basically pushing to make optimum strategies work and make sure that you're hitting the lap times with the weight of the car, with the fuel that you have at the time, so whether you're on 2 or 3 stop or whatever. And then we went to no refueling. So already the phase of the racing changed a little bit in terms of a little bit of endurance aspect started to come into it in terms of driving style and pacing yourself probably a little bit more. And then we had the change obviously with Pirellis, and that's been probably the biggest change in driver technique and style that I can remember, certainly in my career. And I've done a few Grand Prix, and there is certain races, a huge majority of races that of course even when you are I've won 1 race on Pirellis, but even when the winners are winning, of course they are not driving at 100%, and that's just the way it is, because you can't. You need to get the car to the end and produce the best lap times that you can for the duration of the race, and that's the way it is now. I still enjoy driving a Formula One car. I still love working with the engineers, driving to the most amazing tracks against some great opposition. I enjoy that part of it, but we always have to change. We always have to evolve as the technical side of the sport changes, and there's always going to be nicer ways to. Personally, I enjoyed the sprint races and the refueling. Probably all of the drivers did, but the racing was not super exciting. It was more precise. You had to be more precise. You had to be more on the limit and really, really feeling the car for the whole 2 hours. But that's not how it is now. We have a different set of challenges, and that's what we've got to do.
I don't really know what else I can say, really. Mark said it all. So I really enjoy the racing that we have now, as I've enjoyed it every year, and every year is a new challenge, and I think that's what the rules are there to give us, is challenges. It is a little bit different, where we're not pushing 100% in the race. There's some points in the race where you can really push, but not for very long. And it is perhaps it's it is more about endurance, as he said. It's trying to make these tires last, but it still is a challenge to extract the most out of the tires for a longer period. It still requires skill and technique and finesse to do that stuff. So we're still all trying to, well, speaking for myself, I'm still trying to get that fine touch right sorted. But nonetheless, it's still Formula One. It's still fun, and there's more overtaking, which is what people like to see.
Okay, another one. Yeah, there's three in a line there. One of those.
Hello, Ignacio Naya from DPA. This is I have two questions for Pastor. How does it feel your new life as a Grand Prix winner? Have you experienced changes in the last 2 weeks? Do you attract more attention? And second question, you won here the GP2 trophy, if I'm not mistaken. Do you feel that this track adapts to you? Do you dream of doing it again tomorrow in Formula One?
Okay. Regarding after the victory, it doesn't change anything. I think we need to keep working like that, keep pushing. As I mentioned before, we are not in the best position now against the other teams, and still we need to keep improving. We have a lot of work to do. The car is getting every time competitive and competitive. Me as well, the feeling is really good. The atmosphere in the team is getting higher and higher, especially after the victory. And now we need to continue like that, to push and push. And yes, Monaco is a special track for me. It's my favorite one. I've been always very quick here. For sure, I will do my best this weekend to get the maximum again. We will be competitive, I'm sure of that. But we'll see. This is an atypical track. You must put everything together to make the difference. And I will try together with my team to do our best. Then we'll see.
Okay, Bob McKenzie. Yeah.
Michael, it's not been the greatest start for the season, but I wonder if you've already cast your mind forward, if you've decided whether you might race next year, if you're thinking about it, if you've got the motivation or the energy, and despite the 7 titles, do you still need to sell yourself to Mercedes, or is it only your decision about whether or not you'll drive again?
No, the decision hasn't really changed. I mean, so far we're not focusing on what happens next year or in future. It's more about what happens right now, and team myself get together. So there's no news, unfortunately, yet for you. I mean, I don't really want to get involved into deeper discussion other than what I just said. So let's leave it there.
Ian Parks, yeah.
Lewis, you mentioned about being happier here in Monaco than you were in Switzerland. Can you give the reasons why that is, what the difference is between the two places? And secondly, waking up in your own bed this weekend, being happier here, does that make a difference going into the race weekend itself? Could that boost your performance in any way?
Well, when I lived in Switzerland, it's one of the most beautiful countries I've ever been to. The weather was interchangeable, a little bit like England, but more often it was better weather. But just where I was living, I was living away from the city, and it was very quiet. It took ages to go to a restaurant. I couldn't jog down to a restaurant or walk to a restaurant. As we're here, it's sunny every day, which makes a big difference. It's great restaurants a couple of minutes from where I live. There's a gym where I live. There's a pool where I live. So you have, before I had to drive like half an hour to get to the gym. So things just were less fun there. And I'm still in my 20s, so I feel like I need to make sure I continue to enjoy them more. And since I've been here, I've been much happier. So I I look for. And you know, you run next to every day. I go running on the track. I run around the track every day almost, and it's incredible to run around your favorite circuit every day. And you know, I go through the tunnel, and I just cannot believe that I'm here. And you know, it's just, you have to pinch yourself every day, thinking, wow, you know, I'm running through the tunnel that the greats like Michael and Ayrton used to race around, and now I'm one of those drivers, but also living here. So it's there's a lot to it, but it's spectacular. And for the race weekend, I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but you know, it definitely won't harm the weekend. Being able to be comfortable in your own environment, and surely that can account for something.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you.